Hey guys, it's Sunday night here in Manila, so I'm going to go ahead and record my video for Monday, which by the time it's uploaded it will be Monday here, but probably still Sunday afternoon for you guys in the States. Anyways, I want to make a small announcement before I do this video. I'm going to change things up a little bit since it's a new month as of Monday, June 1st. It's 6 months into the year. I started doing YouTube videos on a regular basis around the end of January up until now. So everything's kind of been the same. I don't think I started running my regular schedule until maybe early March, something like that. But anyways, a couple weeks ago you noticed that I kind of changed Saturdays to like a free-for-all day where I'm doing challenges and maybe a comparison and review, maybe a look at a certain television show and different castings of the cars and stuff like that. So I'm going to keep that theme going, the Saturday free-for-all. So I know I've had some guys request seeing some drag racing cars, which I will do that eventually. I've done a lot of videos on drag racing stuff throughout the past few months, but nothing like totally focused on just looking at some of my drag racing cars. So I may do that in the future, maybe toward the end of June, beginning of July. But right now, there's other things I want to show you guys on Saturdays, and if a challenge comes up, I do want to take part in that. So with Mondays and Wednesdays, they're predominantly going to stay the same. Mondays, I may integrate a chase car into the showing of the premium cars, especially if I have the premium car and the chase variant of it. That's the only way you'll see a chase car actually on a Monday. But I'm losing track of some of the stuff I'm showing you. Like a lot of times I'll show you the premium car on a Monday, but then my theme for Wednesday is different with the chase, so I'll put the chase off for a couple weeks. Sometimes I even forget about the chase variant and don't even show you it at all. That's happened with like one of my square bodies. Then I had that happen with my 57 Chevy Gasser, but vice versa. A couple weeks ago I showed you the Gasser Supra Chase, but I forgot all about showing you guys the regular variant the following Monday. So for now on, whenever I have the premium variant and the chase variant, I'm going to show them together. So that would be the only thing that would change on a Monday. You may see a chase car get put in the mix. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to try to stick with chase cars, but of one brand. Sometimes I may put some regular cars in there that may be in correspondence, meaning made by the same brand. Maybe it's the same type of vehicle, but it may not be like the regular variant of it, just another variant altogether, but the regular version. So I may throw some of those in there on a Wednesday too. But that's about the only thing that's changing during the week. And that's just the one thing I wanted to tell you though. So Mondays and Wednesdays will kind of be a mixture of both. Then Saturday will be a free-for-all. So we're still sticking with premium unboxings and chase unboxings, but kind of mixing them both together on Mondays and Wednesdays. So with that being said, that's just the main announcement of things. So if you're starting to see like a mix of chase and premiums on Mondays and Wednesdays both, that's the reason why. That way you guys can get a good look at them, because it's nicer sometimes to see the regular variant and the chase variant together. If they're at my disposal, I will make sure I show them together from now on. That way you can see the differences. Because I've even noticed myself like overlapping chase cars back into a regular unboxing, and I'm going to try to avoid that and kind of make it a little more professional. So with this being said, that's kind of what I'm doing tonight. The theme is Mini GT, and we have a couple JDMs, and actually my first Euro exotic car that I'm adding to my collection. I've kind of broadened my collection quite a bit since I started doing YouTube videos, so I have a little something for everyone. Predominantly, I'm still Mopar and trucks, but I will throw in some JDM stuff and the occasional European car. So tonight I want to introduce my first Euro, which is this Mini GT Porsche 911 GT2 RS. Very pretty car. I have the Lambo Aventador ordered, the Liberty Walk one, but it didn't arrive yet. I was hoping it would be here this weekend so I could show you guys it with this one, but no such luck. So we'll just do the Porsche with a couple JDMs. So this one's Chase variant is very subtle comparing it to the regular car. Now, if this would have been like blue or red, it wouldn't have been so subtle. But since it's metallic silver, it's really hard to tell them apart. It's almost like the ultra red and the crimson red of the Ford F-150. It's like just a couple things kind of set them apart. But when they're next to each other, this Porsche, you can definitely see the difference. But just looking at them separately, it's kind of hard to see it. So, anyways, let me show you this regular variant first. And this is a very nicely done car. Always been a 911 fan, so it's cool to have this as my first edition. I ordered this and the Lamborghini pretty much at the same time, so it's just kind of by chance that this one arrived first because I really like the Lambo too. But this is really cool Porsche. And Mini GT really like what they do with their stuff. They do really great work. So as you can see, the little Porsche emblem, acrylic headlight lenses, the carbon fiber tampo to give it that insert to the carbon fiber look, nice air ducts. And it's got the GT2 RS decal on the door, the louvered carbon fiber intake on the fender. What's cool, they also use rubber mirrors, as you can see them flex a little bit here. This is a nice addition. Because cars with mirrors, that's the downside. That's why a lot of people don't use them, because they break off. But when they're rubber, they have that little flexibility so they don't break off as easily. It's got the carbon fiber air intakes on the rear fenders. The wheels, I guess I would call this like a carbon, or not carbon, but copper brushed finish wheel. Very nice looking wheels. Rear spoiler carbon fiber with the Porsche word Porsche in there. You can see the letters. It has a cage. It's very hard to see. There you go. In this light you can see it a little bit. Excuse me. So it's pretty obvious in some of the lighting, but in some it's really hard. The Chase variant's really easy to tell. It's also got that GT2 RS emblem on the back here, and as I said, the lenses are acrylic, so very nice. The chassis is lacking a little detail, but still yet not bad though. It does have, like, you know, some of the, I guess you could say, embroidered stuff to kind of give it like a look of the independent rear suspension and things like that. And a lot of these like race variants may have like pans and underneath to keep it on the ground for downforce and such things. So they did a great job with this car. Very glad I got it. And here they're about $9 each, maybe 10 at the very most. So probably in the States you guys can pick these up for like maybe $8. So, very good price for this type of car. I mean, I'm very happy with it. I would compare them to Kyosho. So, stateside, these are probably easier to find than Kyosho and probably much cheaper. So, here's the Chase variant. And just the Chase variant looks a little shinier. That's all it does. It looks a little shinier to me. But once you get it out, it's much different. It's polished Zamac. On the GTRs, I don't think they polished them as good as this one, but it just maybe because of the black carbon fiber against this that makes it look so much shinier. But I don't think my Pink Pig GTR is as shiny as this. So the wheels are slightly different. They're like silver, satin silver finish, but I guess they're kind of going for like a raw plastic look on this. And then the interior is silver. Usually they take the body color and put as the interior color. As I said, this one, the cage is much, much more obvious because it's silver. But the car itself, as I said, just looks slightly shinier. So very nicely done chase piece. But as I said, like, next to each other, it's pretty obvious, but if they're separate, it wouldn't be so obvious. So that's why I said it's kind of good to put them next to each other to show chase variant versus regular variant. The only other downside to the Mini GT is the plastic chassis, but I think a lot of the Kyoshos have that too, so not that big of a deal. I think even M2 does that on a lot of their stuff, and even Green Light does this on a lot of their stuff in the box sets, so not that big of a deal. So that's the chase, and then the regular variant of the Porsche 911 GT2 RS. Not sure how Mini GT does it with their chase stuff. I think they probably go by the same 2% rule as the other guys do. Although I don't know, because M2, like I said, they do their own thing, and then with their numbers on stuff. And then Auto World and then Green Light are supposedly 2%. So this is limited production of 3,600. If they're going by the 2% rule, that would be 72 pieces. But Maijo also puts their own twist on this. A lot of times with like Green Light cars, they will just go ahead and do 200 green machines. Or like M2 Chase trucks, anywhere between 250 and 350 each. So who knows, there could be 300 to 500 of each into Mini GT chase car. So who knows? It's rare though. And this is a really good looking one. Like I said, the pink pig, I like it too, but I liked it better after I did the body swap, put the pink body with the pink wheels and pink interior. Although I've switched it back to stock to put in my display case. And if no challenges come up this week, that's going to be my Saturday free-for-all video. I'm going to give you guys a look at my display case because I buttoned everything up. It's kind of the way I want it for right now, so we'll take a look at that on Saturday if no other challenges arise. So with that being said, we've looked at the Porsches. Let's take a look at the JDM stuff. So this is the Supra. This is one of the most iconic cars of the 90s that I can remember when I was growing up. Even before Fast and Furious, a lot of people knew this car, especially my friends and I. One of my friends was a porter, a car detailer at Sunnyside Toyota in North Olmsted, Ohio. And I remember when these cars first started appearing, like I think it was in 93, 94. They were really cool with the Targa roof. The center of the roof came out, twin turbo. Then they had some that were non-turboed, but really cool cars. Really expensive cars, but they were probably one of the most sought-after cars in the 90s, along with, I remember the Dodge Stealth RT and then the Mitsubishi 3000 GTO, which is pretty much the same car. But those were the sought-after cars in the 90s, along with like the Cyclone and Typhoon trucks by GMC. But I think the Supra was probably the most iconic one because it was just so fast compared to the others. Although the Dodge Stealth and the Mitsubishi 3000 GTO was no slouch either. So this is very nicely done too. As I said, with the plastic mirrors, they don't make them so flexible. I think they are rubber, but they're not as flexible as the black ones, so I wouldn't go pushing on them too hard. So kind of curious to see what they do with a modded Supra. So this is the stock one. They did a really nice job with it though. Those tail lights, the iconic Supra tail lights, Toyota emblems, Supra emblems. Everything's very, very nicely done. Chrome exhaust tip, the stock Supra wheels, even with the Toyota emblem in the center cap. Very cool. This is also a US released one, left-hand drive. Acrylic lenses for the headlights. Toyota emblem. Very nicely done. And once again, lacking a little bit on the undercarriage detail, but not too bad. The body and tampos and all that makes up for it. The interior, what we can see, looks pretty good. So yeah, I like these. The only thing I've noticed sometimes with Mini GT, the extra paint and the wheel openings sometimes makes it look a little odd. And even some GTRs I've seen people get, the front wheel openings are a little off. I don't know. Right here, especially on the driver's side, gets flattened out. That's the only downsides I've seen with Mini GT with their like production flaws. So this one's got a little bit of a over painted wheel well, but this black paint on the backside of the wheel opening kind of gives it that effect too. It gives it that little bit of an illusion like it's more than what it is, but you can still see how the arch is off just a little bit there, even comparing to this side. Still yet nice car. I'm happy with it. This is actually a little cheaper than the Porsche. This one was was $9. The Porsche I think I paid 10 for, because this was 450 pesos versus the Porsche was 500, and it's like the transfer rate is, or the conversion rate is like 50 pesos per dollar. So very nice car. I'm happy with it. Curious to see the R32 when they get here. They're doing that in race form, and they're doing it in stock form, but kind of the Nismo edition stock variant. So those should be here in September or October also. So last one. This is a car I'm not a big fan of, but still yet I do appreciate them and respect them for what they are and the speed that they can produce, being a front-wheel drive 4-cylinder car. This is a new Honda Civic Type R. I'm more of a fan of the like EF and EG body styles, but this isn't bad. I just like the two-door look a little better. So let's get him out and take a look at him. But this is the more of the performance one, the modded Type R. So yeah, as I said, I got some of the other stuff coming from Mini GT. I've got the Land Rovers ordered that they're releasing. I got the R32s ordered. I've got the Huracan ordered, the Aventador, which the Aventador should be here soon. And same thing with GTR. I got a few of the R35 GTR variants ordered. The newest ones I got coming that should be here next week with the Lambo or the Pandem body kit style ones. So those all should have here next week to show you guys. So trying to keep Mini GT stuff coming. Even they have the C8 Corvette being released later this year, which is pretty cool looking. That way I have them ordered and I can give you guys a close-up look at them. And so as you can see, all the little sponsor tuner decals on the door, like one of the cars you would build in Need for Speed video game. Black 6-spoke wheels, which look really good on the car. And then it's got the red trimmed body kit, or lower body skirts. I don't know how else to call it, but this also has the rubber mirrors. If I can, as you can see, they flex really easily. The big red Honda badge in the grille. The acrylic lenses on the headlights too. And the carbon fiber hood. Big air intake. The US release, left-hand drive. Very cool, even the spoiler on the hatch, I guess for some kind of aerodynamic drag. Carbon fiber spoiler. You can even see the rear window defroster, which is pretty cool. Even these crazy looking tail lights are acrylic lenses. So as I said, Mini GT does really nice work on the body details. Rear valence panels, beautiful. The exhaust outlets, Type R plate, another Honda badge, and rear tailgate. The third brake light you can see there. Yeah, those taillights are a work of art on its own for 1/64th, with clear and red acrylic together. Very nice. As I said, I'm not into the Honda Civic Type R, the new one. As I said, the EF and EGs are cool, but this one, though, the detail from Mini GT, though, you have to appreciate. That's why I bought this. It really looks great. This one, a little better on the chassis detail, too, I would have to say. Not much, but a little bit better compared to the Supra and Porsche. So very, very nicely done car. And yeah, it's rare for me to say that about a new Type R, but this one is really nicely done. And I know Tarmac and Eno, those are another couple of brands that's come out over the past couple of years that does a lot of JDM stuff. They're really nice too, but they're also lacking chassis detail. And another thing I don't like about them too much is that they don't really roll too good. But they do come with some really cool custom features, especially the Eno stuff. So I may pick up a couple of them. Again, I did have a couple of them, but I sold them off because they just weren't my cup of tea. And as I said, I was getting out of the JDM stuff for a while, but now that I'm doing these videos, I'm getting back into them. So I may pick up a couple of the Enos once again to do a video on for you guys. So anyways, this is what I have for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed it. And then on Wednesday, I'll be doing some M2 stuff, well, definitely Chase stuff, because Wednesdays, as I said, still Chase day, but I do have a couple of regular M2s that I will be throwing in there. Actually, ones that were overlooked. One I will tell you about is the 57 Chevy Gasser, the regular variant of it, because I forgot to show you guys that a couple weeks ago when I did the Chase one. I just forgot to show you that the following Monday. I think there was a challenge or something. That's why I said, for now on, if I had the premium and the Chase variant of the same car, they're getting unboxed together. So that doesn't happen anymore. So guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, remember to do so. If you have any questions about anything, always feel free to comment it. I'll be more than happy to answer the questions. And then if you have any suggestions for Saturdays, let me know. If you have any suggestions for a challenge, let me know. Or if you guys want to release a challenge, if you're another YouTuber, I'll be more than happy to oblige and try to do it. So Also, if you want, check me out on Instagram, same name, just one word, Ron's Muscle Car Diecast. If you want to DM me, you can there. That way you don't have to put it out in the comments. If you want to ask me something privately, you can do so there. And usually I always post pics of all of my stuff there. A lot of these cars have already been pictured there, so yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram because you'll see some stuff previewed there before it appears on YouTube. So please remember to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and please like the video, share the video if you did really enjoy it. So I will talk to you guys on Wednesday. Thanks for watching.